Welcome back to Point of View. We are highlighting all things female genital mutilation. With me is Sister Dr. Ephigenia Gachiri, who has been campaigning against F.G.M for 15 years now. Before we went on break, Sister, maybe tell us what inspired you. I mean, being a nun and going into such a field, what inspired you to go into campaigning against female genital mutilation?
What happened, Linda, I knew about F.G.M when I was growing up. Mm-hmm. And I used to do pastoral work in Muranga for many years. And then on our workshop that took a month, we had some days off and I would walk around the village. Okay. And the women told me it's a problem there, HIV and F.G.M. Mm-hmm. I used to tell them one day I would like to work against this. Mm-hmm. I would like to work, that was from 92. Mm-hmm. 95, I got a chance to go to Beijing. 1995. Okay. I was told sent to represent Catholic sisters in Kenya. Mm-hmm. We are more than 4,000 Catholic sisters. At that time, I was lecturing at the Catholic University. Mm-hmm. Now, when I went to Beijing, I went to some, because I had the interest, I went to some of the workshops where women were presenting F.G.M. Okay. And they are women from West Africa. Mm-hmm. Linda, I was shocked to find out that out of 140 million survivors of F.G.M at that time, 1995, 99.9% were in Africa.
99.9%?
Practically all of them, apart from Yemen and parts of Iraq. Okay. And parts of the diaspora where Africans took it to the diaspora. So it was. Now, Linda, I had given my life to help the African woman, hopefully through education. Yeah. But now I found there is a big problem which is hidden, which is affecting so many of our women.
That's very true.
And that is being perpetuated by women. Linda, I was shocked. I love my people. Mm-hmm. So I said, they are suffering. I wish they would cut the nose so that everybody can see. Yeah. But now they are going around, nobody knows.
That's true.
So I resolved, I'm going to do this, to stop this practice that is harming so many women, and that will go on until it is brought to the surface. Mm-hmm. Because people are just quiet about it.
It's true, you do it in the dark.
But they don't know.
You can't see it.
Nobody knows. Yeah. They just walk around. Yeah. I have seen chiefs with all the badges here, women crying when we teach and telling us what they went through when it is brought out to the surface. You know, it's hidden. Trauma is hidden down. But it is there somewhere. Trauma. They are traumatized. So, that time, then I got the awakening call. Because I know our women, when you look at the whole world, they travel the farthest to get water. They are the lowest figures of, let's say, gas, cooking gas, everything, water, electricity. They die most giving birth. Their children die most percentage before they are 1 year old. They carry wood on their back. They work on. So I was, how much can our women suffer?
Then they have this. Can they take?
Yeah, and they have this problem that they are doing it themselves, upon themselves. Do you follow? Yes. I got a big shock. So what's the use of teaching in the university or Loreto High School in Muru? And the girls from communities that have F.G.M are already mutilated. They begin to cry. What is the use? It's too late. Do you follow? So I said, if I go on the way I'm going, I'm only saving the next generation. Yeah. But if I go to the field, I have a hope of saving some of the present generation.
So and setting the pace for future generations.
So that was 95. It took me 3 years to make the final decision, to get the permissions, to stop teaching, lecturing, everything, and to go full time. But my congregation, Loreto Sisters, we have a founder, Mary Ward, who did something new also. Yeah. She started education of women when women were not being educated. Yeah. She started sisters going out like I am without all long clothes, going out and teaching. She got into a lot of trouble, but she did it. So I said, I'm going to do this work, but I was a bit scared. Yeah,
because how was it for you going into totally uncharted territories and going into something that is so held strongly by some people?
The point is, because I've done research before, because I've studied up to PhD and I did research in the field, I sort of knew how to approach, how you go, you get permissions from the authorities, from the parish priest, from the chiefs, how you go about it, you look for stakeholders, they introduce you to the community. So with that entry point, I was able, the first 6 months, I just went around talking to circumcisers, but I would go with a woman or two from the village.
On your
Catholic Women Association. They had me different days, and they would take me around because they knew the area. So I knew like strategies of research and working in the field.
That's great.
So in that way, I had the entry point. The women would take me and stay with me, different ones. I went talking to circumcisers 6 full months, and I talked to 140 circumcisers in one small area in Murang'a.
Wow.
And that is because I wanted to know, what do they do, why, who taught them, how much do they charge, what do their husbands think.
Share with us, how do they go about
most of it is the one I wrote.
Them?
When the circumcisers talk to me like this, because in Murang'a they spoke Kikuyu and I can speak Kikuyu.
Yeah.
You think they are talking about peeling potatoes. They tell you what they do. They show me. I would buy the knives. I bought so many knives, hoping to stop them, but I think they went and got more.
Wow.
But they were very open with me, I think, because I can speak Kikuyu. They would tell me, sister, when I sit with a person who is not circumcised, I can smell them. Sister, they smell. They have a bad smell.
Wow. So much myth that's associated with this thing.
Yes.
Were you not scared?
I think I am a bit careful. Like I did not write my car F.G.M. because some places, especially with some crescent movements, I feared. And I also did not go out at night. I take precautions because people can attack you.
That's true.
People have been killed, even women, or given poison for working against them. It's so strong. Something to deal with sexuality, to deal with blood, to deal with fertility. You know, they think it increases fertility. It's very strong among people. You touch sexuality, fertility, fidelity of marriage. It's very sensitive and deep. So I went pole, but then going to churches, speaking to churches, to schools, and also I would go to education officers, address headmasters, so that they all came to know my car. When I got permissions from the officers to go to any school at any time.
Wonderful.
They would close the classrooms and give me the children.
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
you
but
gained their trust,
yes,
and you talk to them about
in
it.
Murang'a, I would go to any school at any time.
Wonderful.
I had a letter. They closed the school and they gave me the girls.
Have you met any communities that were hostile towards you?
Not real, because now, you see, with the law, the government having the law, they are friendly. But I have arranged some workshops, some place I went with the food, carload of prepared to keep 80 women for 2 days, and I bought all the food to cook the food. Out of 80 women, only 8 came. So the food rot, I had to give it away because I had brought everything, hired a place for them. So that's rejection. 8 came. And that area is still very bad. Then I've gone.
Which area is this?
Nah, it's better not to say it. It's somewhere in the Rift Valley. In Murang'a, in the beginning, women would get out of the church when I'm talking. They would just take their basket, even leave the bag and walk out, swing the skirt, and off they go. Then come back for the handbag and off they go again. So I've seen that type of thing. I have prepared a rite of passage for girls. And the last day, a whole bus load of girls, matatu, at the bus stop, they were all taken back home. When the children crying, they want to come to the seminar for a week. No, the parents refuse. So I've had a few. But generally, at the moment when I have a rite of passage, I have to check that girls don't come a second time, and that only those with the form come, because they want to come, so many of them.
That's very true. Keep it clean. And as we wind up, maybe, what should we do differently, maybe in the next couple of years, as a country, as all the stakeholders, to make sure that the numbers reduce drastically from those people who practice FGM?
Personally, I think is to go to the root cause, because when we have done everything, you still have that root of the myths and the mystery and the spirituality kind of belief that is connected with the spirits. So I wish the churches and scientists would deal with this to remove that root cause. Then after that, try to make people understand about the body, biology, the facts of the body, the human body, especially the female body, because people don't understand. And I think in our education system, take more care, because the syllabus are there, but they don't go into proper teaching. So remove the ignorance of the people. I think remove the ignorance, deal with the myths. I think that is just let the people know, bring those things to the surface which are hidden.
All right, wonderful. Thank you very much, sister, for gracing us with your presence and for that very insightful conversation and interview. Ladies and gentlemen, Sister Dr. Ephigenia Gachiri from the Loreto Sisters, Kenya. She has been campaigning against FGM for the last 15 years and has made a considerable impact in the community. I've been your host, Linda Kruger, and this is Point of View.